so sorry, Red. They took your voice. I couldn't stop them. Well, we took something of theirs. Hey, let's just go.
Developed by Supergiant Games, the guys that created Bastion, Transistor's sci-fi action RPG that came out for the Nintendo Switch in 2018 and was initially released on 2014 for other platforms. So is Transistor still worth playing in 2020? Let's find out in the premiere episode of Baba Bear Plays. The game is set in the futuristic city of Cloudbank. You play as Red, a singer who recently lost her voice in an attack. The story begins as Red pulls out a broadsword called the Transistor from the lifeless body of her friend. The sword, which was meant to be used to kill Red, has apparently absorbed her voice and her friend's consciousness. She also gets attacked by robots called the Process as she tries to make sense why someone tried to assassinate her. The gameplay takes place in an isometric view, and combat can either be played in real time or in a planning state called a turn. When you opt to plan a turn, the Transistor's abilities, which are called functions, will consume a portion of the action bar located on top of the screen. During a turn, you can plan to use functions and planned movement, which also consumes part of the action bar. You can then press ZL to cancel an action or ZR when you want to execute the turn. After the turn execution, the combat returns to real time while the action bar starts to fill up again. During that time, you will only be limited to movement and executing specific functions until the action bar is full. Red obtains new functions as the Transistor absorbs the souls of other characters as the story progresses. She gets to choose one new function when she levels up, new permissions, which are additional upgrade, passive, or memory slots, and she also gets additional limiters. Functions can be used in three different ways by equipping them in active, upgrade, or passive slots. Active is the primary way a function is used. You only get its effect when the function is used. Upgrade is then used to modify an active function, while passive is an always-on effect. Each function consumes a different amount of memory, and of which you only have a limited amount. Some consume only one, while others can consume up to 4 slots. This means that there will be times when you won't be able to equip all of your functions due to memory restrictions. And lastly, we also have limiters. These make Red gain more XP, but at the same time making combat more difficult. When Red's health bar is depleted, it will get replenished, but at the cost of disabling one of your active functions. This can repeat as long as Red has at least one active function, but when she runs out of active functions, Red dies. Disabled functions are still disabled after combat. This can be reactivated when Red reaches a save point terminal, although some functions require accessing more than one terminal to reactivate. This is a great design because it forces players to try out other function combinations that they wouldn't have otherwise tried if the functions don't get disabled. The art and hand-drawn animation are amazing. The voiceovers in the soundtrack produced by Darren Korb and sung by Ashley Lynn Barrett are great as well. The story is also good, and the exposition is not heavy-handed because parts of the story is revealed via terminals accessed throughout the city. And using functions in active, upgrade, and passive roles also reveal the backstory of various characters you encounter. The combat is enjoyable, with the game designed in such a way that you will be forced to try out various function combinations. There aren't a lot of enemy types, but each enemy type is very different from each other that the variety makes up for the lack of quantity. The environment, while beautifully drawn, feels rather empty, with Red just going from point A to point B with the occasional side location you can go to. I would have enjoyed it more if the city was more fleshed out because there isn't really a lot of things to do in the game. With that said, I still did enjoy Transistor even if it was on the short side. It's $19.99 on the eShop, but I got it for $3.99 on the sale. Do get this great game when you get the chance. I give Transistor a 7 out of 10. If you enjoyed this video, click like or write a comment down below. Also click subscribe and click on the bell icon to get notified of future videos. Thanks for watching.